Have you ever wondered why we have lockdown drills? I sure have, and this video explains why. I learned a lot through making this video. I hope you get a lot out of it.
The most extraordinary thing happened to me yesterday. When my family was camping, my mom was looking for any interesting animals, and a bear walked up right on our back porch.
Were you scared?
No, it was my very first black bear.
How big was it?
It was about the size of a person.
Wow, I would have been afraid. I researched this. They're pretty powerful.
One day there was a bear coming by my mom's daycare.
How far away is your mom's daycare from here?
Probably like 5 minutes.
Was your mom scared?
Well, a little bit because she didn't want the bear to come inside the daycare, but she knew it wouldn't, but she wasn't that scared.
Was anybody else scared?
Well, not the littler kids because they didn't know what a bear was really and they didn't know what was going on, but the older kids were a little.
What if a bear came into the school?
How was a bear going to get into the school? Teachers need special badges to get in.
I don't even think the office would let a bear buzz in.
I know, but hypothetically.
What?
Dr. Moore, have you ever heard of a bear getting inside the school?
No, I've never heard of a bear getting inside of a school. That would be a serious situation. What made you think of that?
Over the weekend, our friend saw a bear while camping.
And his mom saw a bear at daycare.
A couple of years ago, there was a beautiful sunny day and we had indoor recess. And the reason why we had indoor recess is because there were sightings of a bear in the area.
Was there a lockdown?
No, we didn't lock down the school. The bear wasn't really spotted near our building. The safety of our staff and students is the most important thing to me. We want to always make sure we prevent any sort of unsafe situation.
So even though it was beautiful outside, you kept everybody indoors just in case?
Yes, that's right.
What if the bear came into the school, hypothetically speaking?
Hypothetically speaking, impressive vocabulary. Well, if you don't know what hypothetical means, that means if that were the case, of course, if the bear would come into the school, we would lock down the school. You all know what we do during a lockdown procedure, right?
We hide. My teacher does something to the door to make it locked.
Every door is already locked. All teachers have to do is remove a magnet. This only takes seconds.
Yeah. Someone comes around and pulls on the handles to make sure the door is locked.
But during a drill, that person is me or one of the custodians. The lockdown drills are not meant to frighten anyone. They're just a way to make sure that every student in the building knows what to do in the case of an emergency situation.
Like if a bear got into the school?
Yes, in the very unlikely event that a bear would get into the school. If a bear or any intruder did get into the building, somehow, the first thing you'd want to do is avoid the danger.
That's why we hide during lockdown drills.
And we're really quiet.
I wonder if the bear could smell us.
I don't know if a bear could smell you through the door.
Oh, they have a really good sense of smell.
If a bear broke through the door, I would throw something at it.
A book!
My Harry Potter book. It's a really big book.
Well, your teacher could very well tell you to do something like that. And if your teacher instructed you to do something, even if it seemed really strange during a lockdown, you need to do it. Your teachers have been instructed to make very important decisions during such a drill.
Like what?
Well, if a bear did get through the door, hypothetically speaking, of course.
Hypothetically speaking, of course.
Well, if a bear would get in, you'd want to try to put something by the doorway to prevent its entry, to deny entry into the classroom.
We've never done that during a drill before.
You're right. Our doors are very strong, and we don't always practice for every hypothetical situation. But if there was something like a bear that would break through, the first thing we'd want to do is avoid the bear, and then we would want to deny entry.
I don't think the classroom has anything heavy enough to hold a bear from getting in.
That's when we throw things.
If it came to that, your teacher would instruct you in the best way to defend yourselves. And it very well could be throwing something.
Bear meet Harry Potter.
For obvious reasons, we don't practice this.
It sounds like there's a clear plan.
Yeah, good to know.
That's right. Avoid, Deny, defend.
I just want to run away.
Well, that is another thing a teacher could tell you to do in order to avoid a situation.
Leave the room during a lockdown.
If there is a dangerous situation, the most important thing to do is to follow your teacher's instructions.
This is a rather frightening hypothetical situation.
This was a little frightening, but I feel less scared now.
I don't feel scared as much as I feel prepared. Avoid.
Deny.
Defend.
We all want to remember if there's some sort of unsafe situation at school, listen to the instructions of your teachers or staff members. First, avoid the situation. That could mean you'd be hiding or running away. Second, deny entry to the intruder by possibly blocking the doorway. And lastly, defend yourselves, which could mean you might be throwing something at the intruder.
Avoid.
Deny.
Defend.